What is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. I'd like to wish you guys a happy Friday. You know what that means. Story time with Stock Market Steve live stream starts tonight at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And it's not a members only live stream tonight. It'll be going back to normal. And everybody's invited to attend. And we got a good show tonight. But I seen this. I'm going to get into this news. I seen this story a couple of days ago when it was limited information. And I waited a little bit for more information to come out. And it has. And this is a story out of Northwest D.C. Shout out Northwest D.C. And it's about this little boy here, man. God bless him. Little boy right here is 10-year-old Jahari Alfred. And he has a story of survival to tell. You know, nowadays with the world going to crap, a lot of things bother you. But one thing that really upsets me, that I don't really talk about, is it's hard for kids to just be kids. You know, when we were children, we remember doing things that made us happy, that we were privileged to because of our age and opportunity. Riding bikes is one of those things. Ladies and gentlemen, this 10-year-old boy was coming from a party with a group of his friends, riding their bicycles, something kids do. This past Saturday, he was in the bike lane where he should be for his safety when a group of dirt bike riders came down the road, got in the bike lane, seen them, drove straight to him, and one of them plowed into him, causing significant injuries. And after doing this, on these dirt bikes, they kept going, leaving this boy in a bloody heap in the street. He's making a recovery and he has a long road. But I'm going to tell his story a little bit and let him tell it because he's out of the hospital. But my heart goes out to his family and him as well. Under no condition should a kid not be able to be a kid, especially when they're out there following the rules by adults and older young people that aren't. If you hurt somebody doing something negligent, the least you can do is show some respect as well as compassion. But none of that was delivered in this case. Here's the story.
Described with having a humorous and joyful spirit, 10-year-old Jahari Alfred is known inside his family as the one to make relatives laugh during tough times.
He's the comedian of the family. He jokes. He loves to play games with his dad. He makes us laugh.
Laughs turned into tears on April 4th. On Saturday night, Jahari and his friend had just finished celebrating at a birthday party when they decided to enjoy the warm temperatures outside, hopping on some bikes. When they got to the intersection of 14th and Chapin Streets in Northwest, D.C. police say Jahari and his friend were struck by an ATV who left the scene after hitting the two boys.
And my grandson was bleeding in the middle of the street. And these guys did stop for a minute to just look at him as if he was a piece of trash that you just roll right over and not say anything and kept it moving. And didn't even stop to see if he was okay or anything.
Jahari's grandmother and mother, Karen and Brianna Alford, say it's hard to believe that someone would hit a child and have no remorse. Jahari's family says he was left with severe injuries, including bleeding in the brain and a spinal injury.
I feel devastated. I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken. Same city that I grew up in. It's not safe for raising children.
They need to find these wild animals that were riding around. They need to be held accountable because my grandson has a long road of recovery.
Police say the hit-and-run suspect was driving a white and green ATV. When officers arrived, they found the two boys suffering from their injuries. Jahari remains in the hospital. The other young boy was treated on scene. Investigators say it is illegal to ride ATVs and dirt bikes on public streets in the nation's capital, and MPD's policy does not allow for officers to chase the off-road vehicles. Both Jahari's grandmother and mother say they want to see some action and change.
I want justice for my son. I need someone to take accountability.
You need to tell my daughter some answers. What are you going to do? What is the chief of police going to do? What's going to happen?
D.C. Police says if you have any information about the hit and run, you are asked to contact police. In the district, Dominique Moody, News 4.
All right, guys, you seen it. And that shit is heartbreaking. It's not right. You already have people out here that are running around with dirt bikes up and down the street. They've been doing that since I was a kid, and I'm in my 50s. So this is something that's always been going on for as far as I can remember. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, damn, a long time ago, you would see them driving, you would know to get out the way, or they would go around you, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would be driving and telling you to get out the way, so on and so forth. These kids were in the bike lane. They're in the right place. They have the right of way. They're in the right place of where they need to be. And here you got some dudes zooming up and down the street. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, going fast and just plowing people over. You see that ATV that was out there broke? I guess, I don't know if that was pertaining to the story, so because sometimes they use fluff videos, but they italicized or highlighted a two-wheel dirt bike, not a four-wheeler. But either way, that's neither here nor there. But I want you to think about it. Kids can't even be kids nowadays. This boy suffered injuries that will affect him for the rest of his life. It ain't like he skinned his knee and I have a little scar to show what happened where he might forget about it. He broke teeth, a brain bleed, messed his back up. Man, I mean, they hit him hard, threw him 15 feet, y'all. How do you as a person or anybody out here not have a sense of compassion, whether you did it or not, or a responsibility to come forward and say, you know what, damn, I fucked up. I didn't mean that. You know what I mean? You stop, you look at a lifeless child in the street, don't know if he's dead or not because it was a violent collision. And you leave him, take up, oh, fuck that, and you just take up. How do you sleep at night? Knowing that you might have killed somebody. A kid doing something you wasn't supposed to do. And I think one of the problems is they say you can't chase them. So you got to catch them when they stop. And most of the time they don't. They go from their yard, meet up on that street, take off, bats out of hell, and then they disperse and go where they got to go. If you're not having any laws out here where you chasing these people or like doing something, you know, you see them and they keep going, they get what? More and more emboldened. You see it now, it's packs of them. How many people you seen in that video? 10, 15, maybe more. A lot of times people catch up to them when they see them driving. But either way, I mean, come on, man. I mean, and this is the thing. I used to say, why don't they just put dirt bike parks up, take some of these vacant lots and have it to where they can drive dirt bikes over there? They still wouldn't do that. Because you always got hard heads. They're not going to want to drive at that park. They're going to drive up and down the street, getting their attention, going back and forth through cars, making YouTube videos and all kind of shit. And stuff like this happens. A little boy almost died. Almost died. And you could see the worry in his family's face. Grandma wasn't having it. She was hot. She wanted accountability. And they have every right to demand that. Just sad that a kid cannot be a kid nowadays if it's people showing lack of compassion and doing the right thing after hurting them by accident, or just people out here just doing stuff and not taking in regard that a person's a kid when they going about their way and doing dirt. It's just upsetting. I'm glad he survived, and I hope he does make a full recovery. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing out here? I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Thank God he's okay.